Hi everyone, this is Heather Lottenden from the Flourish Academy. It's actually kind of a dreary day here, so I have my ProMaster ring light set up. Can you see? You can see the catch light in my eyes. Okay, if you're new to the Flourish Academy, let me give you a quick background on how I got started in photography. 16 years ago, I left my corporate job to pursue my passion for photography. I photographed everything under the sun. But I got really into weddings pretty quickly. The first year I photographed 3 weddings with a point and shoot camera, and the next year I photographed 30. And trust me, it wasn't because I was any good. To be honest, my photos were terrible, but I had a passion for photography and I loved people, so I just got a ton of clients. I experienced success really quickly in my business, and as a result, people asked me to start teaching them how I did it so they too could have that same success. So I started teaching photography almost immediately after starting my photography business. And I was teaching under the Weddings by Heather brand for many years until I split it off and formed the Flourish Academy, because we don't just teach wedding photography. We teach all different types of photography, so it kind of didn't make sense to have everything under the Weddings by Heather brand. When I launched the Flourish Academy, I created it because I wanted a community with, hi Amy, thank you, I see you. I love comments, I love feedback, I love questions, I love the interaction, the connection, so please let me know if you have any questions or anything you would like to add. That would be awesome. Okay, so when I created the Flourish Academy, my goal was to help people become better photographers in a safe space that was positive, uplifting, and encouraging. A space where everyone recognized that there is abundance in the industry. That means there's enough for everyone. Personally, I do not believe in competition. I never have. That is why I have been training my direct competition from the very beginning. And in fact, many of these people leapfrogged past me and formed their own businesses, and that never bothered me because I come from a position of abundance and positivity. So if you've been in the group for a while, or if you're new, you'll notice that this is a really positive environment. Why? Because I will not tolerate negativity. I don't care if you're brand new and your photos are terrible. You are welcome here so that we can help you become a better photographer. That was the point of the Flourish Academy. So how did I do that? Well, I decided I would create Lightroom and Photoshop screencasts that I host on our YouTube channel. So there's over 500 free Lightroom and Photoshop videos. I started creating these live videos over on the Flourish Academy page. There are 456 episodes covering a variety of topics. I mean, we've talked about confidence, about pricing, about struggles with difficult clients, situations, how would you handle them? We've looked at new gear. We've done a ton of different things. So I have those in place to help you learn and grow as a photographer. We also offer paid courses. We have Lightroom Workshop, Photoshop. I better look because I forget how many we have. I have my laptop in front of me. The paid courses are Lightroom Workshop, which includes Intro and Advanced, Full Photoshop Workshop, Pricing for Profitability, Learning the Exposure Triangle, Senior Posing, Family Posing, a website course, an SEO course, and my favorite, probably the flagship, is the Goal Setting and Time Management for Creatives. So I have all of these different outlets for you to learn photography, but my primary focus has always been on the community group and the free content that I generate. So I came into 2019 asking myself, how can I serve you better? How can I grow the Flourish Academy to provide you with the resources that you need to succeed? Because my focus is on you winning, because when you win, we all win. So I really want to be able to impact you in a way that's meaningful and helps with your growth. Okay, so I'm heading into 2019. I'm setting goals. What can I do? I decided to hire a business coach. And the reason I did that was because I just felt like I couldn't do it on my own. I needed an outside perspective to look at it. I did not hire anyone nearly related to the photography community, and that was by design. So I hired this business coach, and you guys, I believe in education. I spent a ton of freaking money on this business. Good morning, Denise, good morning. She's in California. Oh, it's early there. Thank you. You're up early. Okay, so I spent a ton of money on this business coach, and actually it's a team of coaches. The head business coach is a man, and then there's a bunch of female coaches, so I worked with these coaches. Okay, so the first thing they said to me is, what is the Flourish Academy? And I said, it's a resource for photographers. And my tagline is, we have a plan to make you a better photographer. So then they said, okay, well, how do you do that? What is that plan? And I said, everything I just told you, which is, I have, over 500 screencasts on YouTube. I have 456 live videos. I have all this stuff happening. I have free content in the community group. I spend a ton of time in the community group. And they said, well, how much do you get paid for that? Okay, if you've ever coached with me, then you know this game we play where we never answer questions, we ask questions. So I hire these business coaches to help me, and they're just firing these questions at me, right? So I tell them all this content that I've generated, and they say, how much do you get paid? And I'm like, oh, okay, all of that's the free content. I don't get paid for that. And they were completely flummoxed by this. And they said, how much time, on average, percentage-wise, do you spend per week on the free content? And I said, well, I calculated a little bit. I said about 80%. 80% of your time for the week on free content. And I said, yeah, I'm a giver. I like to serve. I want to help. I have this knowledge. And they said to me, how long can you sustain the expenses of the Flourish Academy if you were working 80% of the time for free? And I said, okay, I hear you. I do have paid courses. I make my money on private mentoring, so I'm not really making money via the Flourish Academy online, as it were. And they said, okay, so you have these paid courses. And I showed them all the paid courses. So everything that I just listed, which was Lightroom, Photoshop, pricing, SEO, website, posing, all of those courses, I have those as paid resources for photographers. And they said to me, okay, if a new photographer were to find you and they needed to learn, which course would they need out of those 11 courses? I think there's 11 courses. They said, which course would they need? And I said, well, honestly, they really need all of them. If someone is new in photography or post-processing, they obviously need to learn a good foundation with Lightroom. They also need to learn Photoshop. And if they're thinking about building a lifestyle business or just making a little bit of extra cash on the side as a hobbyist, which I fully support, then they would need to take a look at the pricing course. And they said, okay, so in order for a photographer to grow, they would need all of your courses. And I said, yes, the Flourish Academy has all of these courses, they would need them. So they said, why don't you bundle those courses together and just sell it as one big, instead of these separate courses, if they need all of them anyway, why don't you just bundle them and sell them all at once? And I said, well, because if I did that, it would be over $1,500. I added it up. I added each course, and it would be a total of over $1,500. And I don't know. I just don't think a newer-ish photographer or a photographer who is thinking about starting a business wants to drop $1,500 on a bundle of courses. Am I correct on that? Could you let me know? Because I'm making an awful big assumption there that you would not want to do that. Could you leave me a comment and let me know? Do you want to spend $1,500 on a big bundle of courses? I mean, I was just thinking about, from my perspective, starting out, I'm trying to amass gear, and gear is expensive. And I'm thinking about, is this a hobby? I don't know. Do I want to keep it a hobby? Do I want to make a little bit of money? Do I really want to spend, thousands of dollars on camera gear and lenses and then spend $1,500 on a suite of courses to get better? And to be honest, you guys, I felt really stuck at this point because you need these courses. Even my seasoned veteran photographer friends could benefit from the Lightroom, Photoshop, and even the Exposure Triangle course that's on the Flourish Academy. But I just don't think they're going to drop $1,500 to buy all these courses. And this is why I hired a business coach, because I just didn't know what to do at this point. I believe in these courses. They are so good. I teach many of them, but I have other instructors as well that teach. They're so good. You need them. But I didn't feel right about bundling that and saying, okay, you have to buy all of them for $1,500, which is why I kept them separate. But then I'm seeing someone purchase Lightroom who really needs Photoshop and pricing, but they can't because of the cost. And I was like, oh, all right, I'm going to be super transparent with you at this point. I do not have all of this figured out. This is so unlike me. I'm a perfectionist. I usually like to have things all ordered out and ready to go so I could say to you, hey, I have thought this through completely. I'm totally honest and vulnerable here because I watch Brene Brown. So this is what she says. I am coming to you telling you I do not have this figured out. And I am constantly working on ways to present you with the resources you need to become a better photographer. That is my mission, my purpose, my goal in life. My number one core value is integrity, and what goes along with that is leaving people better than I found them. I want to encourage you, I want to inspire you, and I want to instruct you. And I just am trying to figure out how to put together all of the free content. I mean, we're close to 1,000 videos in free content right now. And the community group. And how do I do that? And how do I serve you better? Okay, so I'm working with these business coaches and we came up with an idea. That's why it's called beta, because it is a new idea and I need your help. I need you to help me work through this so I can do it better for you. I do not have all of the answers. So humbling for me to sit here and say that. Because again, as a perfectionist, normally I would have everything lined up and make sure you have everything you need. Or you guys, could you please comment and let me know, do you suffer from this perfectionism? Please tell me I am not alone. That you will hold yourself back from doing something for the fear of looking bad or someone judging you or misunderstanding you or what your mission is. I have that problem. So I'm really trying to work my way through that. Again, with this business coach, did I say I spent a ton of money on this? I believe in education. Holy moly. I dropped a lot of money in order to figure out how to serve you better. Amy says, yes, fear of failure and fear of success. I have that. Where I'm like, what if it gets too big? What if I do something wrong? Okay, but here's the thing. You either get the results you want or the lessons you need, which means there's no such thing as failure. So I had to look at this myself and say, okay, thank you, Caitlin. Yes, not being good enough. Annette, yes, not feeling good enough. Same. Who am I to be doing this, right? So me coming to you with this information that I have not planned out, I mean, there are just no words for me to tell you how hard that is for me. I need everything lined up. Okay, so I'm coming up with this idea. I would love your feedback. This is two-way between you and I to grow this community so that we all flourish. Get it? I wear my Flourish necklace every single day. So I'm creating this beta membership to give you access to all of these courses for a low monthly fee, as opposed to grouping them at $1,500. So here's what I came up with. And I'm just doing this in the community group for now. I'm gonna give you my it is rudimentary at best, very rough plan in a second, because I have kind of a rough idea. By the way, this is why I was in California last week. I was working with my business coaches. Okay, this beta membership for what I'm calling founding members, which is you, is $19 a month and gives you access to all of the courses, which I'll go over in a second. After a certain point of refinement, which will be very soon, I'm going to raise that price. So it's going to go from $19 a month to $29 a month. Okay, but if you come alongside me in this beta version, founding member, and we build it together, you're grandfathered in at $19 a month forever, as long as you wish to be a member. There is little to no risk to you at all, because here's the thing. If you think you might want to have access to these courses, all of them, and you pay $19 on your credit card, and you get in there and it's not for you, you cancel. and that's it. You're out $19, right? But if you get in now at $19, then if you don't, and then I continue to raise the price because I have to figure out the balance between being profitable and growing the Flourish Academy and providing a resource. My intention at this point, which is ever evolving, is to give you access to all of the courses for $19 a month as a beta member. Then I want to start adding things to that. So I want to start creating new content. Essentially what I want to do is take everything I've been doing, that means live Facebook videos, screencasts, all of that is going to go into the membership site. I will still occasionally do live videos here in the community group and on the page, and I will still occasionally do screencasts. That free content will just be dialed back significantly so that I can focus on the beta membership. So all of the live videos, all of the episodes, 456 of them, those are going to go into the membership. And thanks Denise, and the screencasts are going to go into the membership. Again, I'll still be in the community group. I will still be present because I'm the founder of the Flourish Academy, but I will be spending the bulk of my time focusing on the people who love photography. Do you love photography? Yes or no? Please in the comments. Do you love photography? I do as well. I have a passion for teaching and inspiring and encouraging and helping you to establish your lifestyle photography, business or hobby exactly as you see fit. I believe in hybrid models and helping you determine what works for you. Okay, I love photography, you love photography. I want us to learn and grow together in an environment that is serious. Serious yet safe. What you will get from me, I'm going to create another private group where I will be spending more time. I will be in that group. We will do coaching calls. Yes, you love photography. Thank you, Jan, Laura, I see you. Thank you. So I want to create this space for us to learn and grow together. Okay, rough plan. $19 a month, you're grandfathered in. You don't like it, you cancel. But if you wait, it's gonna go up, and it's gonna go up quickly because I'm going to limit it. I have to in order to manage it. So founding members, I'm gonna allow 100 people in. 100 people as founding members in this beta program. I am giving you in the FA community, people in the FA community, as well as people who already own courses on the Flourish Academy, first dibs on those 100 spots. So today I'm announcing it. I'm going to post a link after we end this video where you can register and you will have immediate access to all of the courses. Okay, let's hang on for a second. Before I finish my rough plan, let me tell you what those are. The courses that I have on the Flourish Academy right now are the Exposure Triangle, the Intro to Lightroom and Advanced Lightroom workshops. I call it my Master's Lightroom series. Photoshop workshop, pricing for profitability, senior posing, family posing, how to build a website, SEO course for photographers, and my favorite, the goal setting and time management for creatives. You will have instant access to all of that today for $19. If you don't like it, you may cancel. But if you miss that, then it's just gonna go up. I'm only allowing 100 people in there so I can manage it. All right, so back to my rough plan, which was announcing it here today. I don't know what's gonna happen. There's no way for me to think through everything without just taking action. And remember, I always say, action leads to clarity. I can't figure out the next step until I just do it, right? Okay, so I'm announcing it here. I'm giving you guys first dibs, 100 spots. I'm gonna, and I don't have a time frame for this because they just fill when they fill, right? After I hit 100, the price is going up to 29. So it's 19, then it's going up to 29. You guys get the first chance. After, I don't know, some time, I'm gonna give you some time to watch this video. I'll post some more information about it. I do not have a fancy sales page. I don't. I just put together like, let's try this out. After I've talked about it in here, I'm going to send out an email to my entire list, which is 3,500 people. So that's a lot of people who will then get that information about this beta. Jody says, if you've already purchased courses, will you still be able to access them without this? Of course. Yes, yes, yes. If you've purchased courses, absolutely. Those are yours forever. You have lifetime access to those, Jody. No worries. But if you'd like to get everything else, then you could just join as a member, which is why I'm giving this beta option at a lower price point. Okay, so you guys first. We'll see where we land. Then I'll send out an email to the list. That's 3,500 people. I'll see what happens. If it's not full at that point, then I'm gonna turn to the YouTube. So I have just shy of 7,000 subscribers on YouTube, a very active group over there, and I'm gonna tell them about this last because I wanna give you the opportunity to get in as a founding member in this beta launch, and we are going to work through this together. We are a team, and it's gonna give me the ability to pay the expenses for the Flourish Academy and show up bigger and better for you than I can spending 80% of my time on free content, right? It's just not sustainable. Okay, so there we go. I'm gonna hit the Flourish Academy community group over the next few days, week, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep it out there until we hit 100. So I'm gonna post the link. You can ask me questions. I'm happy to answer them. Your questions actually help me think through things that I maybe had not thought of because this is new to us. Again, I wanted to serve you better, and I wanted to give you access to the resources you need at a reasonable, affordable rate in a way that you could digest the content on your own time. So I'm going to post that link below. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for your patience, for your commitment, for allowing me to be very transparent. I have never done that before. I like to have everything super orderly, but I'm a real person up in here in the Flourish Academy trying to grow and create a better space for you. I always want it to be encouraging and uplifting and positive, and I want you to have the ability to borrow my confidence until you can get your own. I hope that you found this useful. Leave some comments, let me know. I'll see you in the next video.